Hey, you! Ever had a thought to start your own country? I mean, ain't the benefits huge? No tax, no school, no laws. This would be a paradise. And like you and me, other people have thought of this, but never successful. So, you want to pay no tax, or just get out of your own country? I got you. I choose the perfect manual to start your own country. Currently, there are 3 unclaimed territories in the world. Got this piece of Antarctica, known as Mary Bird Land, and you might think, no one owns Antarctica, so why this piece in particular? Well, Antarctica is actually claimed by many other countries, except for this piece. But personally, I wouldn't want to stay in a freezing wasteland, where if you step outside, you get hypothermia. I don't know about you, you may like that type of weather. So how about somewhere a bit warmer, like in Europe, where there's a place called Liberland. Disputed between Croatia and Serbia, with a strong military presence, it's going to be difficult to set up your own nation. As someone by the name of Dave made his own tax-free country here, but Dave and his population got arrested and kicked out of his own country. We have Sentinelese Island, owned by India, which is an unclaimed of course, but Indians don't actually live there. A literal tribe lives there that really hates outsiders. So my idea is, we forcefully escort them out the island and secretly take the island as our own. Although it would be mission impossible, as you'll have to face the Indian Navy that guards the island 24/7, claiming to protect the tribe and state they will let anyone stranded on the island if they are stupid enough. So unless you were Bill Gates, you probably can't afford an entire military to fight off India just to set up epic supreme Oreo Ultraland. So, is there an easier place to go? Yes, there is. It is called Will, a disputed territory between Egypt and Sudan. But really, no one wants or cares about this land. But what makes Will such a good spot to claim a country is the fact that it's immune from invasion by its neighbouring countries. Because just say Sudan decided to take the land, greedy gits, they'd automatically lose their right to having the bigger and more valuable piece of land called the Halibab region, and vice versa. So you can take this land for yourself, and there's been around 4 attempts to take it already, but including Mother Russia, but all their leaders left because it's way too hot there. But if there's no tax there, and you get to do whatever the hell you want there, I personally wouldn't care how hot it is. So before you book a flight to Egypt and travel there, there are a few basic rules of being a country that you need to know, which is a permanent population, a government with support, and the hardest rule, recognition from other countries. So start by paying people big bucks to come to your country and fly them over to gain population. Now here's the expensive part. You need big buildings, roads, houses, infrastructure, all that stuff. Otherwise, is it really a country where it's just a desert and a stupid flag? Although don't worry about space. Will has around 2,000 square kilometers of land, which can fit all of Singapore in and still have some leftover room. Now, we need food. We certainly can't grow the food. It's 40 degrees on average with no rivers flowing through. So the solution is truck drivers, not in your country anymore, so they pay the drivers 2 Lego bricks a month to give us food and water. And as soon as the economy is formed, you can now officially declare the independence of your country. You can make your own flag up, but if you're not creative enough, I got some flag ideas you can steal. Now surely, nations across the world will have to take you seriously as a recognised state. Well, that's the tricky part. Let's take some ideas from people who've actually achieved making their own nation. Ever heard of the Principality of Sealand, an abandoned sea fort of the southeast coast of Britain, claimed by this English Donny in 1967. Britain, not being happy that the Sealand leader fired at a British vessel, took him to court, but was 4 nautical miles away from the British territorial waters at the time. So Sealand became its own nation. But the way Sealand got its recognition from other countries was when German and Dutch mercenaries were hired to attack Sealand, but got captured. So a German diplomat was sent over to release them, which proved Sealand had been in foreign relations. So what you've learned is to kidnap an Egyptian civilian just so you can form your own nation? No. Bad idea. Egypt will hate you, and you need friendly neighbours to establish trade. So if you just sell oil to Egypt and Sudan, you should be fine. Another way of getting recognition is being a member of the United Nations. All you have to do is just write a letter. Just make sure your country supports human rights, because my country got rejected because I shot anyone on sight who didn't worship Huggy Wuggy for 25 hours a day. If the UN says yes, congratulations, you are now a country, and from that point on, you can make it anything you want. A dictatorship, a theocracy with your own made-up religion, communism, but you all know you can only start your own country if you're a billionaire. Thank you for watching, subscribe so I can make money, and goodbye!